Hello riders, it's Josh from CycleHunters.com. Wait till you see this one. 2022 Yamaha R7. Okay. Now, stunning looking bike, right? Awesome looking. Got all those really cool lines that the Yamahas are known for. Looks really cool back here too. But now listen, some of you guys, maybe you who have been around for quite a while, know what the real R7 was. Back in 1999, Yamaha made the homologation special. 500 specific units designed to race in World Superbike and Suzuka 8-hour World Endurance Racing. The inline 4 749cc race bike. So if you heard R7 and that's what you were thinking, well, you are right. But what Yamaha has done now has taken the R7 moniker and put it on this new build, which is a parallel twin. A 689cc parallel twin. So if you guys have seen the MT-07, the Super Tenerés, that motor is this motor. However, it is now in a sport bike, hardcore sport bike actually, package. And I'll tell you what, it's a really cool bike. So as we get into this, you're going to see some really neat things and probably learn a little bit about it. But the funny thing is, this is the new R7. It is not to be confused with the original R7, which a lot of people, when this first happened, when they talked about the R7, that's all I saw, are people mad because they're not really paying homage to the bike that they had had back in the late 90s, which is the actual real R7 homologation special for World Superbike. Now this bike is in direct competition with the Aprilia RS660, the Kawasaki Ninja 650, Suzuki SV 650s, Honda 650R, and even the Ducati Panigale V2, which is the twin cylinder super sport that they're racing in World Supersport. And if you could check that out, Bulaga has been running away with that championship. So this is easily in line with that. Now, this is such a, I mean, it's a really, really thin bike through the middle, which is not normal for most of these Japanese bikes, as you can see. So that's because of the parallel twin. This also, if you look at the frame, it's got some steel tubular trellis style going on. It's not quite the Delta box that everybody knows Yamaha for. So it's a little bit of a departure in terms of that. So, you know, not normally what you're used to when you're looking at these super bikes, sport bikes. But this one is a 414-pound soaking wet bike, so it's very lightweight. This also has a Brembo master cylinder, and these it's Advix radial calipers. You can see right there. And I mean, they got more than enough bite to get you stopped. The bike is super clean. Pretty much nothing as far as blemishes. It is a gorgeous, gorgeous bike. It is in a stunning black. It looks wet. And this one actually has this aftermarket can on it. Sounds really good. This also has ABS, and as you can see, as we get, like I said, through here, it kind of reminds you like the newer R1s with that tail section, so it's kind of paying homage to the lineage in that respect. Missing caliper in the rear. Again, really clean bike. So, who is this for? If you're a beginner, you're going to love this thing because not only does it look the business, it looks like a full-on race bike. It's even kind of sounding like one, but it is not as intimidating as it would be if it were the inline 4 750 or any of the larger sport bikes like that. So it's somewhat in that intermediate to somewhat beginner bike. And because of the way that these motors make power, it's very usable power. They pull hard, but it's not like you have to rev them like the inlines, where you gotta, you know, get them up there and into the peak power. So, you know, anybody that's jumping on something like this, even if you have a little bit of experience, you're probably going to feel right at home. It's not a very heavy bike at all. Like I said, 414 pounds soaking wet. Pretty lightweight. See a little tiny rear hugger in there. But again, you know, as we're looking at this thing, can't really find it, fault it with any kind of a blemish. It just looks great. Got frame sliders there. Everything is in tip-top shape. It's gorgeous. Just a cool looking bike. I like the new stalks, how they've gotten a little bit smaller, a little thinner. There's your left front. We'll go left rear. You know, all these are bright LEDs and everything is going that way anymore, so they can make them a little thinner. They don't look so silly anymore, but you need to be visible. And you can see that's your left front there. Now, those are not the headlights. Those are actually like a marker driving light. Once we turn the bike on, you'll see the headlight there. Controls on this bike, it's pretty simple stuff. Your normal high beam, low beam, your turn signal, left, right cancel, your horn. You have right here, you can see, you can select your trips, your odometer. All that stuff is available at your fingertips. This bike has only 1,400 miles, so it is super low mileage. Has a gear indicator up top. You can see your digital tach on the TFT display, your fuel gauge to the right, your clock, and then your mile per hour, your speedometer, your digital readout, and then all the other little things up top, like your neutral, your high beam, low beam, engine light, ABS light, your signals. All that stuff's right there. And again, everything is now pretty much at your fingertips. You don't have to mess with the dash. You just come over here to that, and you can select what you're looking for. This also has the little flasher button here for high beam, low beam. So if somebody's slow in front of you, just give them the flash to get out of your way. Over here, it's again very simple stuff. On, off. You have your hazards, and then your starter here. So we will start this baby up here. I don't know if I have to pull the clutch or not, so we're going to find out. Remember to hit like and subscribe, ding that notification bell for updated content. I do not have to pull the clutch. Oh yeah. Now that pipe definitely gives it some attitude, some growl. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah. Oh, that is nasty. Oh, that is nasty. Mean and nasty. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I wish you could hear that. Oh boy, is that menacing sounding. Holy moly. I've heard these motors before, but that pipe really sets it off. Gives it that crack. That's pretty amazing. Jeez. Some of these, you know, you can really get them to sound menacing, and that one is absolutely menacing sounding. Yeah, neighbors are probably not going to dig that, but you know what? Whatever. tough. Deal with it, because that's a fun bike. That is going to be a lot of fun to ride. I know you're going to have tons of smiles on your face with this thing. Let's start it up again here, but we need to see the headlight. Oh, turn it on. That always helps. Okay, so that is high beam, low beam, high beam, low beam. Foot brake, hand brake. Woohoo! Oh man! Yeah, that's a full exhaust on there. It's kind of hard to see in there, but you get the idea. Yeah, and if you are in person, standing here listening to that, you're gonna have a massive smile on your face when you start this bike up. I can tell you that for sure. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it's tough to beat that, you know, when it sounds that good. Now, every one of our bikes gets a 48-point checklist. So, you know, battery tender leads go on every bike. Oil and filter, basic stuff, anything that the bike needs, it gets. So we're really trying to make sure that when you get it, it's as close as we can make it to a new bike. Now, not really needing a whole lot with this one, since 1,400 miles. It really hasn't done a whole lot of running around, so you know, it's been extremely well taken care of. But this thing is definitely going to be turning some heads. Oh my goodness, I want to go ride this right now. That's how bad this thing sounds. Oh my goodness, mean and nasty. How clean that chain is. So, you know, we're checking the steering head bearings, anything that we can to make sure that when you get it, it's as good to go. All you're going to do is thumb the starter and just go ride and enjoy it. So most definitely, we really try to make sure that it's good to go. So boy, look at that thing. Yeah. So if you're digging the 2022 Yamaha YZF-R7, give us a call at 717-273-1809. You can see our full list of our current inventory at www.cyclehunters.com. We have a whole list of bikes on there that is ever changing. So even if you want to just peruse the site every once in a while to check stuff out and see what we got, be my guest. We have all different types of bikes. Offer all types of helmets, gear. We also have some financing options available. Aftermarket warranties available. We can ship bikes. In some cases we can deliver them if we're close enough. It really just is a matter of you know, what is it that we need to do in order to accommodate just something like that's in your garage staring at you going, ride me. And when you fire that up, oh man, you're definitely going to want to go ride. So gorgeous bike. So like and subscribe. Thank you so much. Drop me some comments. What do you think about this one? And until the next bike, happy riding.